So you can see here, this is the first video, and it shows the hubs as they are used currently. Still haven't really changed how I build them. I have experimented here, for example, using a different configuration. Here using two domes connected to each other. Here trying to avoid using the rings that I zip tied to, using a plastic lathe material. But for the most part, I haven't done any videos specifically about how to purchase the materials or process the materials. I'm not going to talk about processing the materials, cutting the struts to the right length, using a calculator to decide what kind of dome you want to build. Perhaps I can do that another time. I did make a video 2 years ago showing the diagram of a dome that I typically build, a 2V dome, and how I will go about building the domes. And actually, now that I think of it, I did show the tools I used for cutting the hubs. So this video here, cutting the hubs, are useful for what to do after you've ordered the hubs from Badger Plug. And that's what this video is about. It's about where to find the plugs. So I came across these 5 years ago working at a company here in Wisconsin, and our purpose was to package rolls of tape, and this company, Badger Plug, manufactures these molded products for roll suspension, for shipping, and I noticed that the pads, which is what they call them, I call them the plugs, they had spokes whose geometry was just right for building hubs. So the particular pads I was using were these here. And again, just looking at them, the width of the spokes would fit perfectly inside a 3/4 Schedule 40 PVC. So I went ahead and I emailed the company. They were nice enough to ship me 26 pads free of charge. I think I paid for shipping, but maybe not. They've been a great company so far. And the first dome that I built, I essentially just cut every other spoke for my 6-spoke panels, and I cut 5 of the spokes, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, for the 6 5-spoke panels for the dome. And it worked out, and it was great. And the best thing about it was that this product allowed me to be a little bit sloppy with my measurements. I can be off 1/4 inch on any one of my struts, and I can still get a dome up. And using the zip ties and the rings, which you'll see in the other videos, I can build a dome myself. And I have built 25-foot domes myself, starting from the top, working to the bottom. It just lifts itself up. And the other great thing about it was they were cheap. So you can see an invoice here. These pads went to Bayview High School. They built a dome using this system back in 2019. Net cost for 75 hubs was only $42, and that comes out to about 53 cents a pad. So again, compare that to other hub system where price comes out to about anywhere from $20 to $50 a hub. And once you start getting into higher frequencies and bigger domes, that starts to add up exponentially. And in this case, 50 cents a piece is not bad. Now that gets a little bit more expensive, basically twice as expensive once you consider the minimum handling charge. I'm not usually buying in bulk, and then the freight charge So total here was 88 bucks, came out to about $1.10 per hub. But even then, that's not bad. And 75 total hubs in a box, 26 hubs per dome. I'm basically able to build 3 domes. You can improvise if you need to with those few missing domes, or just buy some more. But yeah, Badger Plug has a great site here. You can get a quote first of all, but you can also just call them and tell them what kind of pad plug you're looking for. In this case, I'm using this particular hub. There are different kinds, and you can search for all their other products, and perhaps there's one I haven't used that would be suitable. I mean, here is an example. This is much smaller. The let's see, pad height, length, the length and the width, you're talking about 3 inches, whereas the ones I'm using are 10.5. But who knows? It still might work, and I'd be willing to bet it would here. You put a ring on there and the zip ties. In this case, cutting the spokes for the dome, you would essentially be separating the inner piece, the spokes, from this outer ring. That's not that big of a deal, actually. So that is what I wanted to show. Any questions, comments? Certainly, I am grateful for all the people that reach out and want to learn about the system. I'm still waiting to see somebody else's video of a dome they've built, but I'm hoping that by showing you where I buy the plugs, maybe that'll get some more people building using this system. So yeah, any additional comments? I look forward to hearing from you all. Take care. Bye.